campaign?
Well, given the instability in air travel this year and the unpredictability it has caused and the instability it has caused, Visit Scotland has late in the marketing season, if you want to put it that way, has embarked on a really radical, as it's been called, guerrilla campaign to drive people to Scotland through the course of this summer without necessarily having to use air travel. So that consists of a £5 million marketing initiative, 4 separate campaigns, one in the close European markets, one in the UK market, and for the first time a cohesive Scottish campaign, that linking also with an autumn campaign that we can draw forward depending upon any challenges that we get through the course of the summer. And the £5 million is orientated at creating an additional £100 million worth of tourism revenue through the summer amongst 46 million Europeans, the target, 37 million Brits, and the Scottish campaign is orientated at 3 million Scots. So a pretty radical and pretty cohesive approach to deal with a very unusual problem.
So what you're saying, Mike, is a real big change at Visit Scotland?
Well, yeah, and to be frank, I don't think Scottish tourism has seen such a challenge as a scenario where air travel switches on and off. And it is the volcano. Of course, we've had the volcano activity. It's in resting phase. It could come back almost at any point in time. Plus, obviously, the industrial unrest within British Airways, and we've had air traffic controllers in Europe as well. And we have to anticipate that that kind of instability will continue through the peak season, and we need to seize the opportunity to ensure that Scotland is still full through the peak season. It's just we have to be more tactical about how we ensure we market to people who can get here, potentially without air travel if there's a problem.
And you've come here as the new chairman with a real idea about exactly what you're going to do. In fact, some sort of new deal you're proposing as far as sustainability, as far as tourism, the whole deal is concerned, isn't it?
Well, that's right. I have come specifically to tackle the growth agenda. Scottish tourism has big ambitions for growth. 50% growth was the target over the 10-year period to 2015, and it's 2010, and growth so far has been minimal. So my objective is to focus on the step changes that will drive sustainable growth in Scottish tourism that will be beneficial not just in the next few years, but through the decades to come. We celebrate this year 200 years of Scottish tourism. Scottish tourism should be a leading industry for Scotland, indeed for the UK, for the next 200 years, and my job is to ensure that Scottish tourism and the industry finds the tools and the levers to create that growth. One of those areas for sure is going to be on the sustainability side for a whole variety of different reasons. It's an open goal for Scotland. We have so much to exploit in terms of sustainability, in terms of access and ease to get here, and in terms of the range of activities when people are here. And one of the specific initiatives which I'm very excited about is the Homecoming Legacy. We had Homecoming last year, and the next one will be in 2014. But the exciting element for me is that Homecoming is turning into what will be a permanent legacy with our 40 million diaspora, not just in terms of the forthcoming Homecoming years, but in terms of the themed years that we're going to enjoy in between. So this year is the year of food and drink, and in terms of sustainable tourism, Scotland has so much to offer in terms of food and drink. And next year is really exciting as well, because next year the theme is active. And when we have so much to offer, and so much in terms of new development on the adventure tourism side, and especially with Scots, and of course our first Scottish campaign coming through this summer, encouraging Scots to get out and enjoy their country. Scotland, where you have freedom to roam, freedom to wild camp, and so much new energy and initiative in adventure tourism. I think we've got a lot going for us, and that sustainability will be a key plank in that step change programme.
So you've got a new CEO as well. You've got a new chairman. You're the new chairman. You've got a new CEO. You want to make a new deal and some new changes.
Well, our acting chief executive is Malcolm Roughhead, and Malcolm Roughhead is well known to many. Malcolm Roughhead, of course, has been the marketing director that has led so much of the award-winning initiatives in marketing that we've seen over the course of the last decade. And in particular at this time when I think Visit Scotland has got to show the Scottish people what we can do in terms of destination marketing and in terms of the return. If you go back to that £5 million investment to create £100 million worth of return in potentially weeks, that's tremendous return for public sector money invested. And Malcolm is the ideal person to extol the opportunities that destination marketing brings.